Hi, my name is Shelby Clintz, and I am here presenting my poster on how acculturation can benefit L2 attainment. Within my introduction, this case study is going to focus on Kevin Lee. He's a 29-year-old from Ulsan, Korea, and he's getting his PhD at A&M for mechanical engineering. This case study is going to provide recommendations for him and other ELL learners having to acculturate, and I'm also going to provide personal reflections through it. In my abstract, I talk about where we met, which was through A&M's English Language Proficiency Program. He learned English in elementary school, and his education for it really continued all through his schooling. He's very good at speaking English and having conversations, but he really does struggle with becoming assimilated to the culture. And in this case study, I'm going to assess his cultural barrier, and I hopefully will allow him to advance his adaptation of our culture. In my literature review, all of my sources really say the same thing, which is basically forming a relationship between acculturation and speaking proficiency. And if you have both, you're going to be extremely well off, especially learning English at such a late age. For my methodology, this is really how I got all of my information for this research paper and this poster project. So we did interviews through Zoom, and we met once a week for 30 minutes. I had one formal interview with him, and I recorded all of his answers on paper with his permission. Most of our meetings, though, were very casual, and we would talk about our culture, and it could range from anywhere between like our hometowns, the difference in weather here. For my findings, I learned how much he's really achieved as an English language learner because he wouldn't be able to do the things that he is doing, such as coming to a different country and even completing a PhD without being as good in English as he is. I was also able to analyze his semantics, pragmatics, syntax, morphology, and phonology. Out of all of them, he's really good at everything except phonology because he really struggles with pronunciation and sometimes it's really hard to understand him. For my conclusion, I can conclude that he wasn't set up to have proper success to travel to a country that speaks predominantly in English because he was taught in a very formal way and he wasn't able to perfect his speech. So, with that being said, I recommend that he goes to a speech class or watches speech videos so he can understand how to speak better. And through this experience, I really learned the value of determination, and I just know how hard it must be to just leave where you come from and what you're used to